Welcome to our introduction to biology. We're going to get started on our lesson for today. So, here's some objectives for the unit. So, one, we're going to explain and apply the steps of the scientific method to investigate biological questions. Two, we are going to formulate testable hypotheses and design experiments with proper variables and conduct experiments using appropriate tools and techniques. Three, we are going to analyze and interpret data using charts and graphs, draw conclusions, and identify sources of error. Four, we are going to list and describe the key characteristics of living organisms and compare them to non living things. Five, describe the nature of science and its role in understanding the natural world. And six, use appropriate tools and techniques to conduct experiments and collect data accurately. So, for our essential questions today, what is biology? So, we should have gone over this on our lesson yesterday. So, write down in your notes, what is biology? Then, we're going to go on to the next essential question, why is biology important? So, we know what is biology, and now we're going to see why is biology important. So I want you to pause this video for a second and I want you to bring your knowledge to the table. I want you to write down, what do you think the characteristics of life are? So give me at least three more examples that bring your knowledge to the table box. My example is something that can reproduce. So that's one characteristic of life. Give me three more that you think will work. So now that you wrote down your guesses, let's go over the characteristics of life and write these down. So, living organisms are distinguished from non-living matter by key traits. Some of these key traits will include organization. So, organization refers to the complex structure of living things. So, it's often arranged in a hierarchical manner that goes from molecules to cells, tissues, organs, and systems. The next key trait would be metabolism. So, metabolism encompasses all of the chemical reactions that actually occur within an organism, and it enables it to maintain life by converting food into energy and building materials. So, this gives the organism the proper things that it needs to grow and to expand and things like that. The next is homeostasis. So, homeostasis is very important because it is the ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. And this ensures optimal functioning. We are going to be talking about homeostasis a lot in this class. And homeostasis is important because if we didn't have it, if we were to go outside, say in the winter time where it's snowy or cold, then we would just die because we wouldn't have our bodies to create that homeostasis and work harder to keep warm. So we're going to be talking about homeostasis quite a bit. Our next key trait would be growth and development. Growth involves an increase in size and often in number of cells, resulting in the development of an organism. So as you can see in this little picture, you have your seedling as it slowly grows up into a mature plant. All living things will have some kind of growth and development. Everything in life will have some kind of growth and development. Even clear down to our basic unit of life, which is our cells, they have some kind of growth and development that goes on, and we're going to be learning about that as well in this class. Reproduction. So, reproduction is the process through which organisms produce new individuals, which ensures the continuation of their species. So, without reproduction, this could be in animals or plants, it could be in cells, eukaryotic cells, prokaryotic cells, all of these things, but they have to reproduce in order for their species to continue. Our next key trait is response to stimuli. So, this is the ability to detect and react to changes in the environment. This is a crucial aspect for survival. So, just like our example about in the cold, our body uses more energy to stay warm, it would be the same thing. It is responding to that cold stimuli to create homeostasis and change and react to the environment to stay warm. So that's another example of response to stimuli. This is adaptation through evolution. So, this is the process by which species undergo genetic changes over generations. This allows them to survive better and it actually lets them thrive in their environment. As you can see, this is what the horse used to look like. On the left side there, it was the Eohippus, is what they would call it, and it had 4 toes, which had a hoof on each toe. So it was better suited for a swampy environment. And it was about the size of a red fox. And as you can see, it has evolved and developed into the modern horse that we have today. So everything has to adapt, whether that's the finches on the Galapagos Islands, horses, plants, even cells have to adapt through evolution. Heredity. So, this plays a crucial role in passing down genetic information from one generation to the next. So, heredity ensures that offspring inherits traits from their parents. It contributes to the continuity and variation within a species. So, without heredity, we wouldn't be able to evolve and it wouldn't able to have these really big changes in DNA or DNA structure that allows for positive interactions with our environment. So, those are the key traits that distinguishes non-living matter from living organisms. So now we are going to do a little matching activity and we are going to determine if the following pictures are living or non-living and why. So, next to your picture of your rock, I want you to write what it is. So, write a rock, and I want you to go and draw a line from either non living matter or living organism. So, we've got a rock, an animal, for example, pig. So, is it alive or non living? Same with water. Is water non living or is it living? What about soil? Is soil non living or living? And finally, bacteria. What do you think bacteria is? So go ahead and write all of those next to the picture that is on your notes and then match them to either non living matter or living matter.